Yo, life is fucking crazy. One day, you're just driving down the freeway, throwing a whole pack of lit cigarettes out of the window as you drive by. The next, your home's on fire. And that sucks. And it feels like as an American, I'm not allowed to do anything anymore.
Well, I just think that this is really going to impact my my new business venture, which is roadside Molotov sales in the Palisades. Let me just say, my profits are in free fall right now. I am taking a bath on this venture.
Oh man, and right when I partnered with Mel Gibson to give tours of his home.
Nothing more poetic than that.
There is I want to say real quick, we're fine. Andrew and I are fine. We're living in the middle of the Los Angeles fire season. And I feel really bad because every year we have the Santa Ana winds. They come, they blow, they go. It's like
tell me more.
yeah, it's like a sick date. And I have never really of course it causes shit to fall over, it'll knock over your plants, whatever. And so Andrew was like, yeah, I've heard it's supposed to be really bad this year. And I was like, brother, they say that every year, but nothing's gonna. And then they're calling it the worst disaster Los Angeles has ever faced.
God. I saw a map comparing the acreage of destruction to the Great Chicago Fire.
Yeah.
And it is 8.7 times greater than the Great Chicago Fire.
Yeah.
I mean, the Palisades is gone.
It's done for.
It's gone. It does no longer exist. You can see it from space, and then they've done aerial photographs and satellite photographs, and it is just when you see above a city, it's a lot of lights. It's just a blanket of twinkling stars on the ground, and then there's just this giant area of blackness, of darkness in this one section of Los Angeles. It's and then you see the photos, and it is straight up like a war zone. It looks like the DMZ.
Oh,
imagine being up in space and being like, oh my God, that's the Palisades. That's so sad. Can we scroll over? I want to see the Great Wall again.
Scroll over. They're an astronaut with their finger on the glass of the spaceship trying to swipe left like it's a fucking touchscreen. Just like a computer poison brain.
Man, I think my fucking brain is broken. Here's the thing is that I was going to say this is so different, but I'm realizing that I effectively just changed the way that I did this. So instead of what I normally do, which is wake up in the morning and then throughout the day obsessively check my phone and go on Twitter and get angry and upset and scared at the things I see on there.
Sure.
That was replaced by a new app called Watch Duty, which effectively did the exact same thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would wake up in the morning.
But for real stuff.
Yeah, check where the fire was. It was hanging out and how contained it was, and then would just get angry and upset and scared, and then try to watch Cars to the movie Cars, the Disney Pixar feature film Cars.
Which is so funny because cars and burning of fossil fuels are kind of the reason we're in this mess.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
Well, Mondo, the good news is that you now get to play what I like to call the white woman simulator, which is where you have 911 dialed on your phone while you're peeking out the window blinds. In case you need to report some suspicious activity.
I don't like that fire. I don't like the way it's looking. It's wearing a hoodie.
Got some suspicious embers.
I know, and that's so fucked up. How many times has an innocent wildfire just been on its way to get some fucking Skittles and then...
I'm sorry, guys. I can't hear you. I'm playing my favorite Paramore album, Suspicious Embers.
Oh, my God.
How far into this fucking year are we? 12 days.
12 days. 12 days.
12 days.
12 whole days.
Hey, happy birthday to us, huh?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's so nice. Turn the whole fucking city into a candle for me.
Yeah. Blow it out, Mondo. Blow it out.
Here's the thing. Kind of rude to do that to me because I feel like there's one wish that I'm supposed to make, and if I don't, it's bad.
You're a selfish fuck. Yeah.
Like for the fires to end, for people's homes to stop being destroyed, for life to go back.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say for the billionaires that own all the water in your state to fucking die.
Yeah,
but I guess that's
dude.
just me.
Dude,
I'm going to the source. I'm killing baby Hitler.
Yeah. But here's the thing. It's not just enough for them to perish. So does their line and business. Like, because it just will pass on to another.
I want to fall of the House of Usher that family.
Yes, there you go.
I want to put a curse on their bloodline that is so devastating that their that their illegitimate biracial children get swept up in it too. If you haven't seen Netflix's Fall of the House of Usher, it's good. You should pirate it.
Yeah.
Don't give those fuckers money.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out at your closest pirate bay.
Yeah. Sorry. This whole I've been laughing for the last 5 minutes because just of everything, but I also got stuck up on the idea that like this is why Midnight Snack is not pro-choice but pro-abortion, because we know that there is a new baby Hitler and we've come back from the future to stop him, but we don't know which baby it is.
Right, exactly.
We just know that the baby was born sometimes in the last 10 years. So we've been that's why we've been advocating so hard for, again, not pro-choice, pro-abortion, kill all baby.
Pro-abortion. Can you imagine your one mission is to go back in time and kill baby Hitler, but you forget to write down what his mom's name is?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, fuck.
And you don't have the internet to fucking like Google what was her name? Fuck.
Or
like, I don't know, shoot his dad in the face of the trenches.
His mom's name wasn't even Hitler too, so you're just like extra fucked. You're just like, oh man, I should have been paying attention.
Okay, this is a long shot, but have you guys heard about like a kind of especially evil baby around here?
It's got
a little mustache, maybe.
Yeah, I know there's no way it's like this, but if he had a little mustache, I know he's a baby.
Mondo just walking around Germany with his thumb up, putting his thumb up in front of baby's lips, going, not him.
Not him.
I don't know about that. Clearly not. I would be whack-a-moling all babies. That's what I'm saying. I would just, if given...
Who's going to stop you?
Honestly, yeah. Because they're what? This is like 19-somethings.
Sure.
Maybe 1800s.
Whatever.
Oh my God, I'm so stupid.
I don't know.
Austria? Yeah, I'm walking around punching all babies. They're like, what, 5 feet tall? I'll punch them too. Bam!
Smash cut to hit one of Hitler's famous speeches that you affect by going back in time. The brown man is coming into this country and punching babies. We must eliminate all of the brown people. No! You inadvertently.
We made it so bad because back then there was just a bunch of brown people punching babies. Foreigners.
No, Mondo. He could tell you were Jewish
Oh
somehow
yeah.
still.
Yeah,
Somehow.
He could smell it.
He could tell.
You can tell by the fist. Oh my God. Are you guys ready to record a podcast?
Let's go.
Well,
Let's do it.
oh man, we're back on our Hitler kick. I forgot we used to do that.
Restart the clock.
Restart the clock.
Oh. Welcome everybody to the only relationship advice show guaranteed to ruin your relationship. It is boyfriend material. I am your birthday boyfriend himself, Armando Torres, and joining me as always, we've got
The cake adjacent boyfriend, Andrew Rosas. I am existing on the peripheries and getting cake because it's birthday. I live with a birthday boy.
yeah, and of course we have
Your second birthday boyfriend, who, much like the two of you, is surrounded in a sea of red, except instead of fire and flames encroaching upon me, I am simply in Florida.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, we have, we're from the fire tribe, and you're from the water tribe. You're getting, disasters in Florida are usually water-based disasters, while in California it's fire-based.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and by the way,
fire-based
before I
disasters.
finish, Before I finish the sentence, I know this is not factually accurate, but I feel like a fire couldn't survive in Florida. I feel like it's too damp.
You know, I thought that, and then my girlfriend, as we were driving through Florida, she was like, "Oh, this highway looks like this because the highway burned down once." And I was like, "What are you talking about? There's an
What?
ocean out there in Florida?" And she said, like 10 years ago, there was a fire and it burned like all the way down the one of two highways that Florida has. And it just destroyed, and it jumped the highway like because of the wind.
Jesus Christ!
It
Yeah,
did a
apparently
fucking
the wind is
kickflip over
strong
the highway.
Yeah, it's the like we were talking about earlier. The embers, if they get blown across the highway, it'll just burn the other half of the highway.
Yeah, you can tell it's a Florida fire because it's burning through its settlement money for that jet ski accident. That's how you can tell it's a Florida fire.
Dude, I'm in the oh god, wait, where's my phone? Okay, so we're visiting my girlfriend's grandparents because reasons, and her town is like the most fucking witness protection ass town I've ever heard of. Like we're in Florida and the name of the city is like Ocean Shore.
Sure.
Ocean View. Like,
Yeah.
imagine Ocean Shores, Florida. Everyone here looks like they were put here by the CIA to protect them from agents of chaos.
Sure.
And the places that are not, the entire city is like a big strip mall. It's not a town. The entire town is like a big strip mall. So there's like your usual stuff. So it's like, oh, there's like a Walmart and like a Publix and like end of list. But then there's like also small restaurants that all sound made up. Can I tell you a couple of them that again they sound like the names of restaurants on like in the background of a TV show, like legally distinct.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
Sure.
It's like, oh, well, guys, you want to get lunch at Fronties, a legitimate business since 1986?
I like the mob meatballs.
Yeah. Here's one. Salsa, Mexican restaurant.
No.
Nope.
No.
No. Absolutely not.
What?
Burrito Works, Taco Shack.
Yeah, I get a burrito works. Wait,
Taco Shack.
Taco
No, it's called-
Shack.
No, it's called Burrito Works Taco Shack.
What is this? What was everything there named from ChatGPT? What is this fucking AI ass like name? Yeah, Burrito Works Taco Shack. Just like, yeah, those are words. Those are food words.
These are
Thai.
placeholder names. God didn't think you were going to be spending time here.
Here's my favorite one. Thai. That's it.
Okay, that's pretty good.
It's just-
Okay.
That's pretty
Listen,
good.
no
building.
nonsense.
It's a building that says Thai. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
It sells Thai food, but also and also sushi. So I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've played Red Dead Redemption 2, but there is a feature talked about where you can go past basically where the walls are into endless amounts of cowboy wilderness.
Oh yeah, if you make it, you can
Yeah.
like technically get into Mexico, which
Oh,
is just
yeah.
infinite desert. And
Infinite
Oh.
desert, which is what Mexico is.
Sick. Yeah.
You are in the infinite Mexico. You are in the part where
Yeah.
the developers, where Jesus didn't know people would be coming. So he's just a bunch of placeholder shit. You're hanging out in future potential DLC.
Welcome to Clipping, Florida. This is where you have clipped
Yeah.
through the map and are just existing in this liminal, weird backrooms ass space.
Yeah. Every time we leave the house, it feels procedurally generated. I feel like if I drove into a bush, it would the car would explode. You know what I mean? Like it's like GTA physics.
Sure. Yeah.
Like also just driving around, like driving around. I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to see that in GTA 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gonna be in GTA 6 for sure.
Man, that sucks. There was a special thing because GTA 5 became like a huge cultural moment while I was, becoming an adult, and there was something real special about the entire world coming together to just murder people in my hometown. Just drive around the streets I used to own, shooting other motherfuckers. There was something cool about it. Being
Yeah.
able to drive around and see your house and then get fucking slammed into by a jet. That was cool.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah, where else can you go for New York? Okay, I'm hearing it now.
Okay, well, actually, let's go back to the drawing board on that New York one.
Yeah. They did do GTA in New York too, and that was sick as fuck.
What was that one?
That was
It
the one before
Liberty City.
Yeah.
Liberty City. There it is. Yeah.
I don't know. I think GTA is cool. I'm surprised. I mean, I know they had Vice City, but I'm surprised that it's taken them this long to revisit, like Florida, the most GTA place to ever exist in the United States. A place where you can't even parody it. A place where in the commercial, they showed the most insane people ever that I went, oh my God, that is such a GTA character creation, only for the real version of that human being to try to sue them for money.
Yes.
And also be more insane than the developers could have ever.
Right. They were like, all right, I am suing you for taking my likeness, and my settlement will be $2 million and or an 18-wheeler full of cool cigarettes. That will be now either or. Yeah, it's a fucked up place. No one should live there.
I don't know. All I'm saying is that there's something special about the entire world kind of knowing your city just through playing the crime game that has too much killing cops for Elon apparently to play.
God,
Pussy.
what a Okay.
Wait, are you going to talk about the Path of Exile thing?
Do you even know about this?
No, I don't.
Oh man,
God.
Griff, lay it
World's
on him.
most divorced man, Elon Musk, found not only lying about his gaming prowess, but also showing it off in 4K on Twitch.com. So this is what happened. Currently, Elon Musk is allegedly ranked as like one of the top 3 or 5 Diablo players.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, which would require you to
something.
game for like 20 hours a day, I think, right?
Yeah, which doesn't make sense considering, he's a billionaire CEO, so clearly he's working so hard to earn all that money, guys, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, God, I hope he dies. Anyway, so take that out.
I will.
Not the part where I say I hope he dies. Leave that in.
Yeah.
So last week he went on Twitch and he was streaming himself play this game called Path of Exile 2, I think.
Sure.
Which is like a very hard game. It's like a hardcore gamer game. And he was playing it on hardcore mode, which is like the hardest thing you can do. But as he's playing it, he's doing it in a way that indicates that he has either played the game very little or never played the game at all. Doing things like trying to click on areas of the map that he cannot access and being like, why can't I access this area of the map? That if you played the game, you'd be like, I can't access that area of the map. Doing things like naming his loadouts Elon's maps. Like, why would you do that?
Instead of what, waystones?
Yeah, no, even like when you it'd be like having a save file and actually naming it. Who the fuck does that? You have save file 347 and you keep on pushing.
Yeah, that's psychotic.
Why would you name it Elon's save file? People were talking about his loadout for his character, it made absolutely no sense. And then he kept walking past I'm trying to figure out what how to describe this in other game term. Basically, imagine running past a legendary weapon because you didn't know that purple was the best color. And you just kept picking up greens.
Right, yeah.
And anyone watching you would be like, this guy's ever played Fortnite before? That's essentially what was happening. And again, he streamed himself doing this on Twitch to try to, I don't know, massage his ego into thinking that, wanting people on the internet to think that he's good at a video game, which how do you have the most money that anyone in the world has ever had in the history of ever and be this much of a fucking loser?
Okay.
It makes no sense.
Kayla, you touched on something that I think is true, will be studied. This will be studied by future generations. And we don't have to go on a whole throw on this. We've dunked on Elon quite a bit on this podcast. And listen, it's one of my favorite pastimes. It's one of my favorite pad ties from Thai. So something that is so fascinating is that this is a man who has won consistently throughout his life. He has gotten everything he's ever wanted. He has, by all accounts, won. He is the richest man in the world. He could do anything. He has everything.
Yeah.
He basically has governments of the world in his pocket. But despite that, deep down on a molecular subatomic level, he is a fucking loser. And it is so funny. It is unbelievably funny to see someone who is so vile and charismaless, who has, again, it's Shakespearean. It's someone who has has the world, but it cost him everything, which is being just a marrow deep fucking loser who can't post, who isn't funny. It's just it's so tragic. It's a cautionary tale. It's beautiful in its misery.
It's a modern Sisyphus. They're not. Wait, is this no modern Tantalus?
Modern Tantalus.
Yeah, it's a modern Tantalus. He has everything before him, but he cannot grasp it.
Yeah.
No matter how much he steals from the poor.
Right. Because the thing he wants most is to be respected by the people who hate and revile him most. Like, he wants to be like...
Not even... It's more sad. He wants to be liked, and he's just so fucking unlikable. Here's the thing. Yeah. Do you know how, like, bad of a person you have to be to not even be able to get people behind you at a Trump rally to do a USA rant chant? Do you know how dog shit of a person you have to be to not be able to get a room full of racists to chant USA with you because you fucked it up so bad?
Yeah.
Like,
no, he rolled a 0 on charisma. Like, it's not even on the die.
Then had like a -6.
Yeah, it's like, how did that? What the fuck?
The die actually imploded. It just imploded and became antimatter and fell through his hands.
The die rolled off the table, bounced 2 times, landed in the toilet full of human shit, and then flushed. That auto flush.
What really stumps me is that if you write out Elon Musk on paper, I should love him, right? Like, if you write him out, here's how fucking unlikable and as much of a piece of shit as Elon is that Elon Musk is like a bastion for electric cars being the most viable option for everyone in America. At one point, he tried to put flamethrowers in everyone's hands. You remember that when he made the flamethrower?
Yeah.
I had one. I got one that I stole from work, and I had it. The fucking giant flamethrower. He was talking about making big old tunnels. He wanted to go to space and do crazy shit. He's just like, he bought Twitter as kind of a bit, and all of those things, through it all, I hate him. I hate him. Yeah. He should be somebody I love, and I hate him. I hate him so much. He's such an unlikable fuck. Yeah. And it's crazy that he did all that bad stuff and gave me a flamethrower. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, I get so mad when people are like, he did this, and I'm like, no, he just paid to put his name on it.
Yeah.
PayPal, he just bought it from 2 losers. Tesla, he bought it from 2 other losers. Like, he's done nothing with his life
his Path
except
to Exile save account. He bought it from another 2 losers.
He bought it from another 2 losers. Diablo account, he bought it from upwards of 5 gentlemen in Hong Kong. Like, it's... It makes no sense.
Well,
like, I can't, like, we gotta, like, the football players who get CTE and we cut open their brains when they die, we're gonna have to look at this motherfucker's brain and see what loser gland he has in it that we need to eradicate from human beings.
Well, I mean, like, the thing is, it's the pathology, I feel like, is actually remarkably simple, which is like, when everything comes so easy to you, it holds no value. I mean, it's like when you beat a video game with a fucking Game Shark. Do those wins taste good?
It's not fun.
Not really. Like, it's fun to beat the game and then go back and then put on like 1-shot kills. Like, but you gotta beat the game first.
Yeah, the wealthy used to do things. The Carnegies and the Rockefellers, they built shit. They named it after them. We're like, man, like, Rockefeller is like a cool thing. You could be like, those rich people knew how to party. They were all hella cool, and they actually gave a lot back to the community, and they built things for people. And now it's just like, oh, we're trying to redo fascism. We're trying to do fascism part 2, kill everyone, electric boogaloo. And I'm just like, that's not cool. No one's gonna like, there's not gonna be a ska song named after you. There's not gonna be a Musk skank. There's not gonna be a Musk skank in 2035.
Well, I think he's got like several of those. So there, folks, these are the jokes. Anyway, no, I think, like, with that kind of money, you think you'd be building libraries or, concert halls or like advancing culture in any form. Or in
buying vaccines for children so they don't die.
It is embarrassing that it is embarrassing that fascism is being ushered in by the biggest fucking losers and dumbest people alive. alive. It really sucks that we're
Yeah.
being taken down a very dangerous path by just like embarrassingly stupid people. It kind of
like,
sucks.
A guy who physically is unable to laugh, a guy who is physically shaped like a Cybertruck, and a guy who has a third eyelid that blinks sideways, who had that dumb fucking haircut for 20 years because he idolized Caesar. And I'm sorry, if you have a son, right? Hey, listeners, if you're someone you know has a son, especially one who's Caucasian, who is 5 years old, and he says that his idol is Julius Caesar, Caesar that kid, because he's just going to be another Zuckerberg. That Caesar that baby, that's your baby Hitler.
No, there it is. Yeah, that's a pretty good indicator.
Take him out now.
Yeah.
There's just,
oh god,
I don't know. I've been sitting here stewing. I just realized that Elon Musk even has a Star Wars name, which should make me like him more.
Yeah.
Elon Musk sounds like one of the fucking aliens that's inside the cantina being really giving Han the business.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
World's biggest fucking loser.
Cybertruck.
Elon, you'll get your money. I was just on my way to
no path to exile. Yeah, man, I got your save account right here.
Yeah.
W's in chat.
We should probably help some people. It's like 30 minutes. So let's help some fucking people.
Sorry, I just really needed to dunk on that loser.
Yeah, that's fair. This first one comes to us from Tatooine. Eat it the what? Only money.
Got that. All right.
No, leave it in.
I'll leave it in.
No, leave it in.
All right. Here's our first question. I don't think I have a micro penis, but I'm not quite sure. I've never heard a complaint from any previous girlfriends, except for my ex who made fun of my size after we broke up. Being too small feels very embarrassing, and sometimes I feel like not making a move on dates because of it. How can I get over my anxiety, or am I cooked, and do I need to save up for the penis lengthening surgery?
Hey, son, you got a mouth?
Yeah. I mean, end of sentence. That's all the advice. I mean, that's all the advice you need right there. Kayla's got it. Hey, son, you got a mouth?
I have no dick, and I make do.
Yeah. Fucking Kayla's got no dick, and she is hitting dingers constantly. She's the home run-o-matic 5,000. So
Call it like Babe Ruth.
yeah, emphasis on babe.
Yeah. I'm pointing the strap on right at the clit.
Calling your shot.
I'm calling my cum shot right there, dude.
Oh God. Okay. Okay, so for those of you who are still have the podcast on and didn't hurl your phone across the room,
These are the jokes, folks. Oh,
yeah, I mean, there's a chance there. I mean, I please don't send pics, but I mean, maybe there's a chance you have a micro penis. Maybe you have a smaller than average penis.
Yeah.
And I would say that plenty of people of various sizes and shapes and endowments have found love and happiness with a partner. So I wouldn't let it get into your head. I wouldn't, be. I can see where you would carry the anxiety, because there's that moment when, like, the inevitable is you got to get naked. You got to get naked. It's naked time. Comes along, hopefully, many times in your life.
yeah.
When all is laid bare, and hopefully, you're in a position where the amour is so palpable that you're really just getting down to business. There's there's not a lot of like scanning each other like a Terminator, just like 44 inch chest, 2-inch dick. Like, you're not. I don't think like people are hopefully like sizing each other up that way. But
Has mouth.
has mouth. Ding 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 ding.
Yeah. Man, I mean, there is almost nothing as potentially embarrassing / vulnerable, I think is the word that I was actually looking for, which is all vulnerability is the potential to completely embarrass you and make a fool of yourself. Then showing your body to another person for the first time. It's, you scary. You scary. You take your clothes off. You're like, oh, but the fit looks so good. But you gotta know that I had the fit to hide all of this.
Right.
Anyway, it's terrifying. But like you said, you're probably, the hope is that you're so in the throes of passion that it doesn't matter. You're ripping clothes off of each other, throwing it off to the side. And just getting to it. And I guess, that is really what Andrew's trying to say, is that if you're like fast enough, if you're like quick enough,
the lights are dim enough.
They won't even see your penis. If you fly right by foreplay, you might be able to come before they even see your penis.
If you're Top Gun buzzing the tower, and you're just like not even no. I think it's funny. We had a conversation about this very thing not too long ago off mic, and
okay, hold on. First of all, that was like just
sweet.
Me and you talking about something very personal to me. I think it's okay. Yeah, bring it up on the podcast. Okay,
okay. No. Like. I think if you suspect that you have a micro penis and you are to the point with a potential romantic partner where they will touch it, see it, experience it in various ways.
Bop it, flick it,
But
turn it, twist it.
Yeah, exactly. If you're reaching that level, I would say that the grown-up thing to do, a very difficult but grown-up thing to do, is have a conversation about it. And I know that sucks ass and balls and dick. Things you're probably hoping happen to you. Because like, I don't know. Again, it would be hard to. It'd be very difficult. Sorry, it'd be very difficult to broach that as a topic of conversation. But again, I got a mouth, son. Like, let's get down to business. I don't know how I would.
I think it's one of those things, right, where you might only have to broach the subject of conversation if only there's ever a problem. Does that make sense? Like,
sure.
There's you don't have to pitch a way to fix the entire system that your work uses if it's never been an issue for the work to get done.
Mm-hmm. Also true.
Unless there's been an issue, I don't really think you ever need to pull it up. And or bring it up, I guess.
You don't really need to pull it out. I mean, bring it up.
Like, unless you're slipping and sliding out of it, I think that it never really, I don't think it's an issue. You know what I mean? Like, if it's getting if you got a car jack that came with your car and it does the job of lifting your car up so you can flip the tire, there's no need in wondering if maybe your wife wants you to get one of those giant, big old industrial car lifters.
Sure, yeah.
If it's never been an issue whenever the time has come up, if it's never failed to do the job, then I don't think the size of it matters very much.
And I would say, sorry, really quickly, I would say the caller said that a previous partner has like made fun of their size after they broke up.
Oh yeah.
Let me just say that was a person who wanted to hurt you and reached for the easiest, quickest, loudest ammunition they possibly could.
Yeah.
Like that is like the cheapest of cheap shots. So like I honestly wouldn't put too much stock into that. Chances are you have a perfectly average penis and they were just like, what can hurt this person the worst? Like what can like really plague on their insecurities and stuff? Like
or they're right. And she's had it in the back of her head the whole relationship, and so has every other person you've ever been with. And
No.
Here's the thing: saying this out loud is supposed to make it seem like to point out how insane that would actually be.
It is insane. I don't think any person who talks about the genitals of someone that they've slept with after you know, in an act of spite should not be like, you know, trusted, because they wanted to do that the whole time.
Yeah.
Right. Also,
And that's not someone that you want to be with.
precisely. It's also like, yeah, well, guess what? This whole time in this like 2.5-year relationship, you've had a small dick. It's like, but you were also in this relationship. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, I knew my dick was
like,
small, but what I'm now learning is that you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah, it's like, hey, did I see you down in the subway? What were you doing down there? It's like, oh, right.
And by the way, I never said this our whole relationship, but your pussy's too loose. I'm fine. I'm fine, and I was falling out. I'm fine.
Here's the thing. I have three genuine things to say.
Okay.
I have three genuine things. The first one is
Hearing the piano music.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a guy with a micro penis and you have sex with women. Like, most of the stuff that she needs done is A, outside, and B, 1 to 3 inches inside and up. So you don't even need to go that far. Second, it's mostly about personality, and I feel like if you've got big dick energy, then nothing else matters. Because here's the thing. We all know that Drake has a huge hog, but we also think he's a massive fucking loser. And we knew that, we thought that before we saw his huge anaconda.
Yeah.
So there is again, much like Elon Musk, a loser stank that people have, even if they have a big old ween that they cannot get rid of, that makes them unfuckable losers. And as long as you don't have that, then the size of your dick truly doesn't matter. And the third thing I'm going to say is, now you just get to experience what being a lesbian like is, kind of, because now you get to buy a bunch of fun, cool stuff.
Yeah. You get toys, man. That's awesome.
Where
You
does
get toys now.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Now you get to buy a bunch. You get to experiment now. Oh my god! Never mind. If I had a micro penis,
Oh,
I
you
guess-
finished.
What is a clit but a micro penis? I don't. Here's the thing.
Truly.
It doesn't.
Folks.
Truly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All the stuff that's important for a woman is, again, mostly on the outside and 1 to 3 inches inside and up. And as long as you got a good personality and you're a cool guy and a chill hang, it really will not matter. Especially if you find you want to be with the person that it doesn't matter to.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it suck to be with someone and you think they're really cool and amazing, and like you bond with them, and then you find out that they're a weird like dick shamer?
Yeah.
Like,
you want out of there
that's
anyway.
not fun.
Yeah.
You want out of there anyway. So like it's like a litmus test for like who's cool, you know? So anyway, that's all I gotta say.
I want to touch on two things that you said. The first one being the personality thing, because that is so true. Andrew and I know someone, a mutual friend, who was dating a guy with a micro penis. And she told us this story as like a horror story, right? But here's the crazy part, or maybe not the crazy part, maybe the obvious part. The reason that they broke up had nothing to do with the micro penis. It was fully because he was like a real piece of shit libertarian asshole guy who had been homeschooled and also did not believe in going down on women. Like, it was beneath men.
And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, again, this guy
Okay, guy.
category 5 loser. Now, I should also say, let me just give some clarification. Say broke up. Stop dating after like 4 or 5 dates.
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
it was not a relationship at that point, because again, you were like, okay, so this is what we're working with, and it didn't end there. It went on for a few more dates, which also allowed ample time to be like, okay, aside from also having a micropenis, which actually, was, not that big a deal, this person has a catastrophically ugly personality and doesn't believe in going down. Next, you're gone. Hit the bricks. Pound feet.
By this person's own admission, the fact that this person had a micro penis never even factored into the I don't want to be with this person or spend time with this person or have sex with this person at all.
No.
Was willing to do that, all of that. And the thing that ruined it was the fucking dog shit personality. which is the real micro penis.
Yeah.
That's insensitive. What I'm trying to say is all the shame that you're putting on having a micro penis should actually go on the shame of being a dog shit person.
Yes.
And then the second thing was the fact that you get to have toys. Because if you get in touch with, if you become a cyberpunk guy for making women come, you have all the latest gear.
Yeah.
You've got all the toys, all the stuff, all the strats. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? You're going to make a straight woman come like a lesbian, dude. They're going to be on cloud fucking nine.
Yeah. I feel like if I was a guy with a micro penis, I would be the best at sex because it wouldn't be about my dick. It would be about her pleasure, which it always should be. So, you know, if you go into it with like that mentality, it respectfully, your dick shouldn't come up until 45 minutes into the encounter anyway. and by then she should be so happy that when you do whip it out, she's willing to be like, yeah, hey, let's go. You just gotta be like a clit wizard, man.
I'm telling you, exactly. Guess what, guy? Everything looks small from outer space, which is where she is gonna be because you have rocked her world. She is in the stratosphere. Doesn't fucking matter. No, I'm telling you, like that. You're absolutely right. You actually, here's the weird thing. We can come at it from a different angle, so to speak.
Get on your side real quick. Get on your side. I'm tired. Real quick.
No, it's a cool angle. As you're huffing and puffing. No, the
is there
thing
still
is,
water on the nightstand?
no. Here's the thing. Here's the weird way to think about this. In a strange way, you have been given the gift of being unburdened by ego. You can approach this. You can approach this like a monk. Truly, you can become the Neo of sex. You can see through the code and you're stopping bullets with your mind at this point. You're like you're doing the bullet dodge backwards, but it's to eat fucking pussy. You know what I'm saying?
You're bending backwards. You're making all the clits stop in place. And then move up and down.
Yeah, I know kung fu. I think we've already done that bit.
Have we done kung fu?
I think we've done kung fu. It doesn't matter. The point is, you like now unburdened by your ego and having this like thing hanging over you. You approach it again with the monastic, monk-like, which is the same word, attitude toward being just again a fucking clit wizard, a pussy scientist. You are going in there.
You're gonna be clitorate.
Yeah.
It's fucking very solid. First of all, how dare you describe this like the weight of feeling this anxiety as something, quote, hanging over them? They literally, come on, dude.
Okay.
Choice of words.
Okay.
Secondly, I have not stopped laughing at your dick. If you're doing it right, your dick shouldn't show up for 45 minutes into it, which is so like your dick needs to be cool guy late. You know, you can't show up to the party. Your dick can't be there setting up furniture.
Yeah, smashionably late.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And also coming at this from yet another different angle, which is like, do you want to like put the pillow underneath you?
Just get on your stomach.
Just get on your stomach. Just get on your stomach with the pillow.
Eat it from the back.
Yep. All right, that was it. That's all.
Wait. Yeah. Future editing Andrew, can you cut out the past 20 minutes and cut straight to you saying "eat it from the back," and then we'll move on to the next question.
Well, okay. All I was gonna say is it's never occurred to me that we're spending all this time talking about like, think about like how good you can get at sex with a micro penis, right? Like you could be the best at sex.
Yeah.
Essentially, whoever you have sex with, if you do have a micro penis, they're gonna feel like they're playing fucking t-ball, dude. Like, do you know how easy you're gonna be to deep throat to fit it all in there, dude? Oh,
make her feel like a champ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah. So
all right, I thought that was gonna be way funnier.
No, it wasn't funny because it was accurate.
Yeah, I was like analyzing it. I was like, no, that's pretty, you know.
It's something I've never thought
no,
about.
that's
before, is that
actually
if you-
really good. Yeah. Sorry.
All right, no, it's okay.
That's a really good idea. Dude, that's a good point.
You're gonna be able. She's gonna be the best at sex ever. She's gonna feel like fucking Babe Ruth too.
Babe, not also Babe Ruth 2, the super clone.
The sequel of Babe Ruth. Oh my God! All right, we took the DNA of Babe Ruth and mixed it with an e-girl, and this is what we got.
No, seriously. Have a good personality. And no good person has ever broken up with someone because they had a small dick.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's it.
I mean, literally, end of story. Next question. Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like we should end it there.
Yeah.
That's good. That's actually rock solid advice.
All right. Here's our next question for this week. Recently, I was introduced to the joy of going to clubs. I go to college in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, but in this nowhere is a small bar which really pops off on Friday nights. I've had a lot of fun going there and looking forward to returning when the semester starts again. This will be my final semester, so I'm looking forward to partying like a god. My question is thus: how can I talk to people and maybe take someone home? So far, I've thrown it back on one guy, I'm bisexual, and I've tried talking to a few girls, but I've had no luck. What can I do to up my game? So this is a classic question, right? They're asking, how can you actually take someone home from the club? A thing that I've seen in movies and heard happen in the life of Griff, but never actually experienced myself. And many people, I think, haven't experienced themselves.
Is this a lady, a matey, or a lady?
This is a man.
Do we know? Okay. That's tough because women should not be going to second locations.
Yeah. Yeah, going to a second location is a dicey prospect in this day and age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're trying to take a dude home, I feel like the chances get exponentially easier.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
If you're trying to take a dude home, look across the bar for the guy sitting alone mumbling to himself. A guy sitting there drinking a full glass of milk, and who has drawings of you, drawings of you, and you've never seen him before. That guy will definitely come home with you. Now he's gonna murder you.
You're going to get made into a lady suit or a
Great story,
man
though.
suit in this case.
Cons, you'll be dead. Pros, pretty good Netflix doc
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
that I will watch through in one weekend.
I would.
And I will say this was 45 minutes too long.
I would say that I think we've kind of talked about this adjacently on other episodes of this podcast, but the theory being that going out with the intention of trying to take someone to a second location kind of reeks of desperation. The energy and the vibe is off because in my personal experience, I have only gone to a second location with two. I've taken someone home from the club twice in my long life, and both of those times were completely and utterly vibes based. It was just like the vibes were off the charts, and
Oh, no, I thought I've had the opposite. So I was hearing that you had a positive experience, so that I was like, oh.
Oh no, they were
good.
generally. Yeah, I would say they were generally positive experiences, but they were. I mean, they didn't lead to anything. It was very, very ships in the night. But it all started with just like, oh, we're just vibing incredibly hard, and like the conversation is good, the banter is good, it's playful, it's back and forth. There's like some gentle sort of like ribbing. It's just got good. It's like crackling. You know what I'm talking about? That's really good. There's the light physical contact. There's like, why don't we go to a quieter part of this place so we can actually talk? And then that is just one thing leads to another. And so I would say that experience is unbottleable. Like you can't predict that or sort of manufacture that. The best advice I can give you personally is the same advice from the first question, which is just be a good hang, open, positive, and have a good fucking attitude. And go there to wherever you're going. Go to the club, where we all fam. And
What?
we're all fam.
What?
In the club. In the club.
In the club.
What are you talking about?
You'll want to go there to have a good time. A good time. That is what you're out to do this. We've said this on other episodes of the podcast. The goal, if you're going out, should just be to dance, have fun, listen to music, see friends, and with that as your mantra, with that as your guide, with that as your path, the good times, effervescence, energy will radiate off of you, and that is the place to strike up a conversation with someone. If you catch an eye, a glance, oh, more than 2 eye contacts out here on the dance floor. Hey, can I get your drink? Like whatever it is, like it's all feeling it out. But I would say again, never go into those situations with the mindset that you're going to go home with somebody.
Now that we've gotten like the bitch answer out of the way. I'm here to give you the real fucking juice. First of all,
what you're gonna,
First of all, what you're gonna do, and I apologize to anyone who's heard this before, because I have mentioned it on a previous episode of I think a Funhouse video. What you're gonna want to do is you want to get the cheapest flight to Las Vegas. You don't even need to stay at a hotel. You can get a flight that flies back maybe an hour after you land, but you're gonna fly to Las Vegas. Then you're going to hang out where the taxis are outside of the airport. There will be a guy there who has luggage. He is not a passenger. He is going to try to sell you different perfumes and colognes that he has packed into this luggage. You're going to ask for perfume X, which has pheromones in it, which he at the Las Vegas airport told me it's that stuff in a bitch body make him you want to fuck good. And you're going to get that. You're going to get that stuff that got the pheromones in it, which is the stuff in a bitch body make you want to fuck good. You're going to take that to your home, bathe in it, really just soak it all up. And it smells, I got to tell you, fucking awful. Then you're going to go to the club. And on your way there, you're going to stop by Kinko's and pick up your customized shirt that you ordered that says, I'm trying to get fucked tonight. And then on the back it says
enter here.
Yeah, with an arrow pointing up for some reason.
Yeah, it just makes no sense.
It's right. You got it from Kinko's. They fucked it up.
They fucked it up, of course.
Yeah.
And then you're going to want to gyrate wildly on the dance floor, like gelatin during an earthquake. And somebody at some point will force you to leave.
And that's when you ask for the bouncer's number.
Yes. I don't know. I just think like, I also, Andrew, have once, first of all, never gone home with somebody that I met at the club. I hate clubs. I hate them so much.
I said club. I meant it was a bar.
Yeah.
I wasn't
I've taken
throwing shapes in the Church of Dance.
I've taken one person home from a bar in my life. And it wasn't even technically wasn't even my home, because this was at the point in time when I slept in a car and drove across the country. This was my nomadic state. And yeah, it was literally the same way, where we met at the bar. We really hit it off. We met in the smoking section because I was smoking. They asked for a light. We had a conversation. We went inside. I met their friends. They met some of my friends who were there. We mostly just hung out off to the side talking. After that, we were super drunk, and they were like, do you want to walk to this place to go get pancakes? And then we went,
and they even made the air quotes when they said that. And you were like, I'm in.
I guess I'm fine. We went to like a local diner that was just open 24 hours. And then we took an Uber back to her place, where we watched one of the Saw movies halfway through and then fucked. It's telling this out loud, I'm surprised I didn't get murdered now.
Yeah, everything about this sounds like Armando's suit.
Yeah, I was a drifter. I was a literal drifter. I was.
You were a drifter that she took home. That then you put on the Saw movie.
I didn't put on Saw,
and
I didn't choose Saw.
you were. I'm sorry. You consented to a Saw movie. She should have died.
Oh no!
Mondo could have been possessed. Mondo should have been possessed with the spirit of a grifter.
Yeah,
And died 100 years ago.
I don't.
Under the full moon.
I've never actually laid out the details before, but
It doesn't sound good.
yeah, I don't actually. Yeah,
Is she a comedian?
no. This is just
Because that would be a great. Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you about the time that I almost got turned into a corpse. All right, so like
Here it is.
and then I find out. No, guys, here's the kicker. Then I find out years later. He was living in the car. That's why he came home with me. And then like a raucous like crowd like going off.
Yeah.
She's like doing finger guns. This is her Netflix special. This is the closing story in her Netflix special
yeah, and I'm opening
called.
for her.
It's called like Almost Corpse or something.
And I'm opening for her, and after I get off stage, they include me doing 1 minute of material in the special so that she can come out and go, "Woof, am I right?"
Oh man. Last time I saw him, I was opening for that guy.
Hey,
But yeah. They wheel
rim-shotted me.
out a drummer, like painfully long wheel out a drummer to do the rim shot and then wheel it slowly and painfully
Wheel him
back
off.
out. Yeah.
As
Crowd,
they wheel.
yeah, very Andy Kaufman level anti-comedy.
Yeah, it's happened once in my life,
Yeah.
and after having just now relayed the details to normal people, yeah, that sounds creepy as shit, and probably shouldn't have happened on either of our parts. So
Yeah.
maybe going home with people doesn't work.
I don't think it works. I think it's a myth. I did it once. It was the worst night of my life.
Yeah. What happened? Did you watch
When-
Saw?
do
Did you get murdered?
See, it was very like okay. It was like I first moved to Austin. I was at Cheer Ups. I think I'd been here for like 5 or 6 months, and it was like It was like 1 a.m. I was thirsty. It was hot outside. I'm getting water. This woman fully like bumps into me, making me drop the water cup that I was filling. Sorry, at the end of the night when there's no water left in the thing, so you have to like tilt it
Yes.
forward
Yep.
to get the water to come out,
Oof.
and you're so desperate, and the bartenders are so mean they won't just give you water anyway. So she knocked the last dregs of water out of my hand, and I was like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And she was like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry. What are you doing?" And I was like, "Getting water." And she was like, "Oh, well, me and my friends are about to go get pizza. Do you want to come with us?" And I was like, "No, I'm not. I don't know you. What are you talking about?" And then she was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna give you my number then." And then she gave me her number, and I gave her my number. Sorry. And I was like, that was weird. And then she texted me like an hour later, like, "Hey, come over." And I saw that her apartment was a block away from my apartment, and I was like, "Well, haven't felt the touch of a woman in 8 months," so I went over there. And I had my friends drop me off. It was very safe. And I get over there, and I have to walk like up a spirally parking garage
I'm out.
to like get to her door.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a parking garage at like 2 a.m. with like a flickering light. And I'm just like, don't like this. Make it to her floor. I get to her apartment, she opens the door, and there is a dining room, like a 2-person dining room table set up, and no other furniture. And she takes me into one room.
Okay.
It's got 2 bedrooms. She takes me into the bedroom on the right, and there is a projector set up and no furniture. It's just one wall. Just a one wall projector, and I don't remember what she put on. It was a movie
She
or
put on
a
"It's hip to be square"
music
on a
video.
record.
Bro, literally, I was like, I don't know, this is weird. So we're like laying there and like kind of chatting, and I kind of like, and she's like apologizing. She said she just got divorced from her wife of like 11 years.
Oh.
And she took her wife took all the furniture. And that's why there was nothing in the house.
Why would you invite me over?
Yes.
So then she's like, do you want to go to bed? And I'm like, yeah. So then she takes me into the other bedroom where there's a mattress on the floor and an alarm clock next to it.
Oh.
And then proceeded to have the worst sex of my entire life. I pretended to come so it would be over with.
Oh God!
Fuck.
I'm like, my stomach hurts right now, Griff. This is painful.
And then the next morning she was like, "Oh, do you want to like get something to eat?" And I was like, "Oh no, me and my friends are getting brunch. We weren't." And I walked. Oh no, I didn't walk. I skateboarded back to my place. I forgot I had my skateboard. Don't ask about it. I skateboarded back to my place. And I told my friends that it was like the worst sex I ever had in my entire life. And then we hooked up 2 more times. And I can only describe each of these three situations as, have you ever been with someone who was in a long-term relationship, and when you have sex, you're like, oh, this is how your ex liked it?
Yes. Hilarious.
It was that 1,000%. And then she ghosted me.
Wow. Damn.
So
no
yeah.
one won in this scenario.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so caller, don't hook up with people in the club. It's not fun. It's overrated. Don't do it.
Don't
do it.
I remembered a story that I think I've told you both that I don't know that I've ever told on air before, but it's from the first time I ever went to Austin. And one of our mutual friends, Andrew and my mutual friend, who's also a stand-up comedian, took me to an illegal bar, a genuine speakeasy.
Yes.
Where
you told me about that.
Yeah, it rips. No names.
It's so sick. I brought Ryan Haley there once. He lost $200 playing fucking CeeLo.
Nice.
I went there. They play a dice game there called CeeLo. If you've never played it, it's really fucking fun. You take 3 dice and then you throw them and then you lose hundreds of dollars.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's so fucking fun. So the first time that I went there, I was already pretty drunk. We had just done a show where I had also gotten free drinks, and this is the first time I was ever in Austin. I think I had just gotten out of a relationship. I was in like a weird headspace. I was just trying to have fun with my friends, hanging out there. And then this woman walked in who was just like a bastion of power, is the only way that I could describe it. Just had so much like
confidence.
Yeah, I've learned since then. Grew up in New York, which makes a lot of sense.
Makes sense.
A woman about Griff's size who would not bat an eye at like bumping into me to get to where she was going.
Sure,
just truly a strong, independent person.
A woman who would walk in and go, "You." Now,
yeah,
and you'd be like, I gotta
okay.
go.
I don't even know what's happening. I might be dying. I don't care. She said go. She walks into the room. She asks if what we're putting down on the bets. We were putting down, I think, $10. She calls us pussies. Puts down $100. Gets in on this one throw of CeeLo. It pushes. So it was $50. She put down $50. It pushes, which means we all have to ante up, raise the bet. So we all double it, and now it's $100 in. On her first throw, she throws CeeLo. She wins the game automatically. She takes all of our money, calls us pussies again, and then steals my drink and goes upstairs. And I was just like,
I'm gonna marry her.
Yeah. I don't. And so then I went upstairs. We met later. We like had a full conversation. We spent the whole night talking. She had just like gotten back from Vietnam, where she told me a story about how she got kidnapped, and then she just yelled and screamed at the guy until he took her back, which is just an insane story to have. And then when I say that we went back to my place, I was staying at an Airbnb. We went back there. We had a conversation that lasted the entire night, fell asleep, myself on the bed, her on the couch, and then she woke up and left. And that was the best night of ever bringing somebody home from the club, and it resulted in 0 sex and a really great conversation. And I feel like that's what you should strive for.
That's what you want. What's her number? Can I? Is she
I'll send
still
it.
in Austin?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's never leaving. They're burying her ass there.
when you can walk into a speakeasy bar with that much aura, you don't leave that town.
No, absolutely not.
No.
So that's what you should be looking for. You should be looking for the most badass person there, because one, they won't be afraid of you because they know they could kill you, and then two, you just gotta have a conversation, and also consider losing hundreds of dollars gambling against them.
That's yeah.
And that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll get you there. I don't think we've been helpful at all. I think we went. Your
No.
dream is a lie.
Right now, you're chasing
Yeah,
a
I think-
mirage.
Yeah, but if
Realistically.
there's any advice to actually glean from this, it's through all of these stories that we've told. I don't know which ones we've decided to leave in or take out, but it definitely leaves Griff's in because that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, boy.
Consider cutting mine because they're both pretty boring. But what you should be gleaming from this is the fact that like Andrew said, and as we've said in the past, go to the club with expectations of just having fun. And if you hit a little side quest and meet somebody, then that's just a cool added bonus. But that's not what
Yeah.
you're striving for. You came to the club to fucking throw ass and have a good time and drink and just like really chill.
Cut loose.
Dude. Cut loose, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for everyone in this fearsome threesome here.
I don't want to speak for everyone in this polycule.
It's polycule, but you sound, caller, a lot cooler than us. I'm gonna be straight with you, dog. You seem a lot cooler than us. Again, as we have said, everyone in this group has tee hee ha ha silly goosed their way into every bed we've ever been in.
Yeah.
And listen, that's a pro strat, but that again, another thing that's sort of unbottleable. You just gotta
It takes years of honing.
Yeah, it takes
Yeah.
takes years of honing and not therapy to get to this level of. No, I'm joking, silly.
No.
No, it's years of honing and then 3 really intense years of therapy.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
No, I just realized that a way to tie in my bullshit dumbass story, become that woman. Literally become the aura.
Oh.
Like become the person when you walk into the bar, everyone just kind of turns their head and is like, "Oh shit." Become the trophy. Don't chase the trophy, become the trophy.
There it is.
Just spend
Whoa.
every Friday going there and slowly build up lore about yourself.
Very good. Craft
Yeah.
the mystique, craft the also famous comedian Anthony Jeselnik. His whole like act is like overconfident, just brimming with attitude one-liners.
Yeah.
And gross jokes. He talks about like he did comedy for a decade before that was his persona. Like, and he did fine.
What?
But it's when he just adopted this I don't give a fuck, I'm the funniest guy in the room attitude that his career exploded.
Yeah.
So there is a level of charisma is unmanufacturable, but confidence can be faked until you make it. You can fake confidence to a point until you get confidence, because part of all of that is sort of a head game. So you, even if you were not the most confident person in the room, if you kind of like, again, become the trophy, craft that mystique, have that sort of aura, there is a chance that, you can flip the script. You can turn the tables on this.
Yeah, and if you become that, especially in rural Pennsylvania, look for the outsider. Look for the outsider. Invite them out to pancakes. Become the mysterious woman that they talk about with their friends
In hushed tones.
Yeah. He walked in and he called us all pussies and then slapped $100 on the table. We were playing Uno outside.
We were playing
board
giant Jenga. I don't know why he did that.
He fucking ran through the tower. He tackled it. Got up and said, "Hey, you ever seen the first Saw movie?" And I knew it was love.
And folks, if you'd like to help us lose hundreds of dollars at Uno or CeeLo, consider supporting the Patreon at patreon.com/midnightsnacktv.
Yeah,
We'd really appreciate it.
that's a great place to go. You can also consider visiting www.bigglecocksandicks.com. That's BIGCOCKSOL. Wait. www.BIGCOCKSANDDICKS.com.
That's it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's not easier at all to explain people to go there.
It's way
It's
easier.
way easier. BiggleCocksandDicks.com, I'm pretty sure is what it is. And if you want to send us in a question, send it to midnightsnackcontact@gmail.com. Just include boyfriend material or BFM in the subject line, or BM if you want. Bowel movement. We'll know what it means. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm very easy to find. I'm at Mondo Does Stuff, MANDO Does Stuff, all one word. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Blue Sky, all that fun stuff. And I'll be doing some shows in the Pacific Northwest with my best friends, with Andrew Roses and Iffy Nwadaway and Raph Chestang, and Griff will be there in spirit.
I'm carrying a photo of Griff out on stage with me, setting it on the stool.
Yeah, I'm wearing a shirt that says "I'm trying to fuck," and it's got Griff's picture on it and an arrow pointing up.
Wait, can we make those T-shirts that look like I died?
Yeah, airbrush.
Can we make
t-shirts.
airbrush shirts?
I
Oh my
guarantee you.
God.
So, friend of the show, Paige Wesley, who's been on the show before, former guest Paige Wesley, had
Once and future guest.
had an airbrush shirt made for a roast battle, and has an airbrush artist. I'm sure we can get them to design it for you, scan it, and then make shirts of that.
Let's
Let's
go.
fucking go. Man, we should do it for all three of us.
Truly.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead and follow me there if you want information, or you can go to www.comedyirl.net. Could not afford the .com for more information about the Portland show dates and Salem show dates. Andrew, what you got going on?
Folks, check me out on Instagram at andrewrosas.ig. This next couple of weeks, I'll be up with the boys, cracking jokes in the Pacific Northwest, going from one fire ravaged place to a formerly fire ravaged place. Right now, it's like wet and cold up there, which will be a nice change of pace. Bust out those wax jackets. It's my favorite time of the year. Catch us in the Pacific Northwest. It's going to be a blast. That's what I got. What about you, Griff?
I'm the _ indoor kid on all platforms that allow an underscore, and if they don't, just take it out. And you can catch me on Zuckerberg's meta sites, posting a lot of slanderous things about him that are true that no one can now fact check me on because he's gone full fascism. So I'm going full daily postings about how he was arrested masturbating in various parks all over California.
Prove he didn't. Burden of proof is on you.
Prove he fucking didn't.
Prove he didn't.
Convicted CEO
Because
killer.
I have an AI image that says he did. Right?
Convicted shooter of Brian
That's
Thompson
several.
or Thomas or whatever his name is, and Mark Zuckerberg.
That's right.
Let's get Luigi off, dude.
Yeah.
I think half the women in this country want to get him off.
And a quarter of our boys.
Boys.
Hey.
Andrew and I quote that fucking video to each other. The only thing I'm curious about is boys.
Never beating the allegations.
Tremont. Tremont the Curious, his mother would call you.
All right,
Why would I
we'll
give
see
you a
next
napkin
week.
if you were not my kid?
We'll see you next week.